Hello and welcome to the More Sports Podcast on the More Than Sports Podcast Network. It's your host, Custis Moore. Today, it's a conversation that I had with a former teammate of mine, in Olympic weightlifting, again, another lifter, Blaine Brooks. He's a D1 lifter at Lenoir-Rhyne University over in the Carolinas. It was a really good conversation. We recorded it about a week ago. I just decided to release the CJ Cummings one beforehand. I interviewed them the same day. Good conversation. Check it out. Check out the website. Content being posted every day. morethansports.com. Again, morethansports.com. MOORE thansports.com. It's more than sports. I need to keep like a more counter for how many times I can say it in like a year or something. Anyways, enjoy the episode. Hello and welcome to the More Sports Podcast on the More Than Sports Podcast Network. Today, I am joined by a good old friend of mine. We were athletes together for, I don't know how many years we competed together, at least 5. But we got Blaine Brooks on the podcast. Hey, Blaine.
Hello.
Say hello.
What's up?
How you doing today? How's school?
It's pretty stressful, but I'm managing to hang in there. And it's not good when you have a competition 3 weeks out and you're just stressed about everything. So I'm just trying to keep my cool.
Right. What competition you got coming up?
I got the Arnold, so that's gonna be in Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so there's like 1,800 athletes competing there.
Oh my Lord. In just weightlifting, or is that all the different events that they do?
Oh, it's just weightlifting.
Holy crap. Okay.
Yeah.
So Blaine is an Olympic weightlifter. We worked together we lifted together, I don't know, from 7th grade through high school at some point or something like that, I think.
Yeah.
Or 6, I don't remember what. But yeah, so, what's it like being a college athlete? Because I mean, you're on a team. It's not like a club thing, right? Like you were on a team.
It's definitely not a club thing. It was a really weird transition going from high school to college, because in high school, I was used to being on a club with not many people and lifting with, Coach Wade and all that.
Yeah.
And then coming to college, it was a really weird transition because you're basically lifting with the same people. Mine is making Team USA, winning national championships, or some people on my team just do it for the fun of it.
Interesting. Does y'all's team so you go to Lenoir-Rhyne University? I'm pronouncing that right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. You're in South Carolina.
No, North Carolina.
You're in North Carolina. Sorry, I can't remember. How is it? Is it pretty up there? I mean, is it? It's comparative to Dallas. Is it?
I'd say it's more nature than Dallas. More mountains, trees, more trees.
Well, cool. So with school, I mean, how many hours are you taking a semester right now? You said you're a finance major earlier, so.
Right now I'm on 16, so I'm taking 6 classes. One's a credit hour, and the rest of them are 3 credit hours.
Yeah. So, what does that look like? So like, what time do you get up in the morning to lift? How many practices do you have a day, a week, stuff like that?
Okay. I'll take you through my busiest day, which was yesterday. So
yeah,
I get up at 9 o'clock in the morning, shower, get ready for the day. And at 11 a.m., I have my accounting class, which goes on for like an hour, 15 minutes. And then after that, I lunch. So I literally have to sprint to the cafeteria,
right,
chat out on some food, and head straight to my astrology class, which is one of the electives I'm required to take here at the school. So I have that for 50 minutes to an hour. And then right after that, I go straight into a 2-hour lab for astrology.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Tuesdays are like my really busy days. So I get out of class, I chill out for a little bit, do some stretching, a little bit of warming up. Then around sometimes our practice times change, and I just train for like 2 to 3 hours depending on what the session is.
Dang.
After that, I go eat dinner and head back to my dorm, work on homework.
Homework.
Yeah.
How many days a week are you training right now?
5 times a week.
Okay. Is that Monday through Friday, or do you have an off day
Uh,
and do
so
Saturday?
it's so it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursdays are my rest days, and I go down to athletic training to do some recovery. And Friday, Saturday, Sunday, rest day.
Okay. Cool. Interesting. Man, 16 hours college sports, especially lifting.
Oh
That's
yeah,
tiring.
no, it's just you gotta do well with your time management as a student athlete. I realized that quickly. Freshman year, I mean, it was different because of COVID, but other than that, you really have to keep up with your time management if you want to be a really good student athlete.
Well, cool. How many competitions are you planning? Like, so after the Arnold's, which is really cool that you're lifting in the Arnold's.
Yeah.
Um, what is like what's next? Like what's the next? Do you have any national meets or anything big like that coming up?
So I got Nationals week, which is combined. Well, you've been out of the sport for a while, so
Yeah.
they've combined youth, junior, under 25, and senior level all into one meet now. So
Oh,
there's no separate meets for youth nationals, junior nationals, senior nationals. It's just all into one.
okay. Interesting.
Um, yeah, I got Nationals week, and depending if I qualify for this international team or not, but I could be going to Mexico in October again for the FISU American Games.
Okay. You have competed internationally before, right?
Yeah, I recently uh last year.
Okay. What meet was that?
It was the Junior Pan American Championships
Okay.
in Guadalajara, Mexico.
Okay. Are you still junior? Um, or are
No,
you
because my birthday,
okay?
sporting age. If
So
I were the junior world team and another junior Pan Am team.
okay. Okay. Cool. Um, Man, I lifted at a couple national meets and those were fun. I mean, youth nationals were always fun. I did
Oh
junior.
yeah,
I made it to juniors one year, and that was fun as well.
I mean,
Cool experiences. Got to travel all across the country. I mean, what's been your favorite place to go to so far?
I'd say the funnest trip with the college team is probably with Utah at University Nationals last
Okay.
year because it was really cool to having to travel with the team and doing a bunch of fun things with them. But I'd say my favorite trip or just weightlifting trip in general is Guadalajara, Mexico, because so the team I was on was consists of 9 guys and 8 girls because we had a really weird international competition schedule this year where there was the rescheduled 2020 Junior Pan Ams, then there's 2021 Junior Worlds, and then there was Junior Pan American Games, which I tried qualifying for, but I didn't. And then 2021 Junior Pan Ams. So some people couldn't go because of I'm guessing finance issues, or they just don't have the time to. So I got called one day and be like, "Hey, you want to join this team?" I was like, "Sure."
Well, that's pretty cool. So I mean, what are those international meets like? It's not anything I've ever really experienced before. I mean, what?
Oh, it's way different from a national competition.
How so?
So, the fact that you're with a national team, pretty much you're with the best of the best in the country, and you'll have one goal is to do well at this international competition, medal, or go for gold. And going from a national to an international perspective, at the national level, you only have to worry about like 2 to 3 people. Like at my session, I only have to worry about 2 other people.
Right.
But at the international level, you're pretty much lifting against clones of yourself that have the same weight on the bar. So I remember I went up that 160 on clean and jerk at that meet, and like 7 to 8 other people were opening up the same weight I am. And then when I
Oof.
went out there, I was like, I was like,
I mean, this is a game of
yeah,
inches, right? It's a sport
yeah,
of
it's
one,
a
1 kilo is gold. I mean, you could be 3 kilos less on a total and finish in third place instead of first place. It's kind of
yeah,
crazy.
yeah, basically.
So, currently, what weight class are you at? Because they changed them.
So I'm currently 81 right now.
Okay.
I was 89 last year, but I tried bulking and didn't really work out. And I couldn't, and I wasn't in a really good position to make a team at that weight class. So I thought about it for a while. I was like, I'm going to try to drop down to 81, see if I can make a team.
Okay. So you're
So
81 now. By the way, this is
yeah.
kilograms to everyone listening. Blaine is not 81 pounds. Um, no,
It's
this
like,
is this is an international sport, so they don't count in freedom units. They count
yeah,
in
it's only in powerlifting.
they don't count in pounds. So yeah, well, cool. So I mean, how much did you have to actually cut? I mean, were you at the top of the 89, or were you kind of just floating in the middle?
I was like at 87 or 88 kilos, but
Oh
like
well.
I was like puffy and moving slow. So so I went from 87 to 81 within a month and a half
That's a lot of weight.
before my competition.
Is that
So
20 pounds?
no, that's like about give or take 10 to 15 pounds.
Okay. I did really bad math there. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Anyways, well,
I know the conversion. It's like 1 kilo equals 2.2 pounds. So.
yeah, yeah.
But when I tried cut, my body reacted terrible to it. But at the meet, I still put up the total to make the international squad. But I think after a couple of months, my body started getting used to being an 81 kilo lifter again.
Okay.
But I don't know if I'm going to be an 81 kilo lifter for the next coming years. I'm probably going to move up to 89 for 2023.
Okay. Interesting. Cool. So yeah, looking at I mean, so you're kind of a tall guy, right? And how tall are you?
Yeah, I'm 81, and people think
Say
I'm
that ain't,
crazy.
sorry, you cut out. How tall are you?
5'9".
Okay. So you're five, you're only 5'9". I swear you were taller.
No, I'm 5'9".
Oh, I feel better about myself now. I feel so much better. How tall's your brother now?
Oh my
Is he
god,
is he dwarfy like my brother does?
dude, he's almost the same height as me.
Oh my God, Thompson's like
He's.
5'10".
I think Grayson's gonna outgrow me.
Yeah. um.
I'm gonna cry if that happens, though.
Okay. Well, cool. Golly, do you have any? So, do you have any like super short, stocky guys on your team that are just like can throw
Oh
up weight
yeah,
ridiculous? Okay.
yeah. So we got one lifter. His name is Tank, or we just call him Tank. Yeah, Tank
Okay.
Lunsford. Uh, yeah, but this kid, he's powerlifting and it's ridiculous. He did like a 600 and it's like 630-pound back squat.
That's a lot of weight.
He, I don't know what his deadlift is. I know he can deadlift a lot. He can bench a lot, and he's about to go out weeks to a powerlifting meet to see where he would nationally for his first ever powerlifting competition.
Dang, well, that's crazy. So personally, like what are your maxes right now on snatch and clean?
um, so in training, I've done 130, and clean jerk, I've done 170.
Okay. What about competition? That's what matters.
Competition, I've done 125 and I'm trying to think. Oh, 167 for clean jerk.
Okay. Not too far off. So was that at 81 or was that at 89?
That was at 81.
Okay. Cool. Awesome. Did you cut weight and get stronger? Is that how it works?
That's pretty much what happened. I mean, I'm under Bobby and Mel right now, but Mel worked with me on my cut and changed my program to fit that, and I've gotten stronger since then.
How did you cut? Just out of curiosity, what was your regiment of eating food every
So
day?
remember a while back where I had to run to cut weight
Oh
and
yeah.
do all that stupid stuff. So what I would do is I would eat more healthy, cut out sugar,
Oh,
and after dinner I would just walk like an hour.
really?
Yeah, that's what I did for like and a half before
So,
leading up.
well, what were you eating at meals? I mean, was it like, I mean, what was it? Was it like salads, or was it like
No, not salads.
just leaves, just
No, I
lettuce?
don't know if
And
I can live. I don't know how people do that, honestly. I just eat pretty much whatever my dad cooked up. It was when I was cutting, it was during summer break, so and
that's
my
always
dad,
easier, I guess, whenever you're home and not eating like
yeah.
cafeteria food, right? At
Oh my
college.
god, cafeteria food is something else.
What is the so how many people go to Lenore Ryan? How big of a university is it?
It's a small university. I'd say about like 2,000, 2,500.
Okay. And what is like what's the food like on campus? What's campus life like?
Um, either hit or miss some days. I mean, yeah, last night I had some really good stir fry from the personal chef.
Do you guys have like different places to eat, or is it like one cafeteria in the whole on campus?
There's places to eat. So there's like a college Chick-fil-A, and there's a little sushi place.
You trust the sushi?
I've had it once, but with Chick-fil-A, I can get meal passes. So if I don't like the food
Ah,
that day, I could just get Chick-fil-A or something in my dorm room if I don't feel like Chick-fil-A.
yeah, we have a couple Chick-fil-A's on campus here, but we have 40,000 students that come on campus, so I mean it's a little bit bigger.
Yeah, you go to
Um,
Tech for crying out
yeah,
loud.
yeah, yeah. It's a little different. Not as pretty out here in Lubbock.
Yeah, isn't it just like you? Texas Tech is in the Panhandle, right?
I mean, Lubbock's sort of towards the south of the Panhandle. It's on the very southern part of the Panhandle, kind
Uh
of.
oh, okay.
Yeah. You go more north, there's like Caprock, there's like canyons and stuff, but here it's just kind of flat. You could see your dog run away for like 3 weeks at your window. But yeah, no, it's kind of funny. Um, okay, and so you're enjoying school. I mean, are classes going all right for the most part? I mean,
Yeah, for the most
okay,
part.
cool. Lifting's going well. Who's the best lifter on your team? Or first off, how many lifters, male and female, do you have on y'all's team?
Um, I'm trying to think because uh, okay. So for the woman, I think about like 7 to 8, and for the guys, I've lost count, but I think like 10 to 12. It could be more. I don't know on the top of my head.
Okay. Um.
So I'd say like the team size is like 20 to 25 lifters.
Okay. Um. So how many of those guys compete at these meets? I mean, at these international or national meets.
Uh, I'd say national majority of everyone, but on our team we have like few people, including myself, that competed at these international competitions. Our coach managed to make in 1 year, and that's something unheard of in the sport.
Okay. Cool. Who's the best lifter on your team? Is it you?
Nope.
No, it's not. I saw that head shake. Nah.
Well, it's actually Ryan Grimsland.
What weight class does he compete in?
He recently moved up to 73. He used to be a 67.
So he's with like CJ Cummings. That's a hard weight class.
Oh, CJ's moved. I heard CJ's moving up to 89 now.
Is it? Well, I'll ask him today, I guess, whenever I interview him later, what he's
All right.
competing at. Um,
Yeah,
I'll
but
let you
I've
know.
heard.
I'll let you.
Yeah, yeah. I heard that down to 73 because I think USA Weightlifting won't allow him because Oh, you didn't know this. So at the Pan American Championships, he didn't make weight.
Did he really not?
No, he didn't make weight.
Oh,
And
interesting.
and Ryan was rooming with C. He kind of told the team that, and I'm like, wow, that's the first time I've ever heard CJ not making weight.
Yeah, he's a beast. He's a different breed when it comes to lifting.
Yeah, I want to see what he can do at 89 though, because I don't know if he's gonna get slower.
He's like 5'2". How much bigger can he get?
I don't know.
He's 5'2", and he's like at least 6-7 inches shorter than you.
Yeah.
And anyways, God, he's an anomaly.
Yeah, we grew up.
He pulls early on his cleans and snatches. His elbows are bent basically all the way by the time he's pull. Anyways, but that's form talk. We don't need to talk about form. Who cares? Are there any tweaks that you've had to do? I mean, I remember early on in weightlifting, like I couldn't keep my heels down on a squat or something like that. Like I know that that's really dumb as you get older, but tweaks to your form that you've had to make recently that have just been like annoying.
I think when I've got to college, I've made so many tweaks to my form, especially for snatch, because snatch is one of the hardest lifts you can do. You like snatches. I hate them.
I enjoyed it. I don't enjoy it anymore, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah. So I had to learn for a while how to use my legs because I mostly use my upper body to pull and not using my legs to engage. I'm still working on that, but the main part is just keeping my feet pushed to the ground, using my legs, being patient at the pull.
Patient at the pull. I remember that being barked in my ear over and over. I just didn't. I just pulled it. I pulled early every time. Even Coach Wade hated it. He was like, and then he finally just accepted it. He's like, all right, he's just going to pull early. I don't know. It's just us. It's me and CJ have the same form, you know?
Yeah.
Except he lifts like 100 kilos more than I ever did. But you know. So, what are you squatting right now? Like what's like a max? Do you do 1 rep maxes really anymore on squat?
I did a 1 rep max back squat over the break.
How was that?
I thought I was gonna die. I did a 500-pound back squat.
Nice.
Thank you. But I think after that, my body wasn't feeling it for 3 days. I was like,
I'm sure.
I'm barely gonna do 1 rep maxes again on back squat.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get the 1 rep max thing. It was fun. Like I remember doing it. It was fun just seeing how strong you were. Unless, except for snatch and clean, obviously that's a 1 rep max, right? But everything else, like if I go squat, like I rarely ever do less than 5 reps just because it hurts for like days afterwards. Like my knees, I'm like, oh man, I feel like I'm 40 years old. I got to ice my knees for 3 days afterwards.
Yeah. I'm just happy I have access to athletic training so I can keep on top of my body.
How like as you get older and you've been doing lifting for how many years now? I mean, you started in 6th grade, right? Your 6th grade year?
So it'll be about 9 years, but freshman year of college was the first time I really started doing this sport full time because I was doing other sports on top of that. So
like, I mean, what's recovery like? I mean, 9 years of the same sport, same lifts over and over and over again. I mean, how are the knees? How are the shoulders?
I had a shoulder injury back in November. That was not fun. And that was after hitting no. And so it's where your shoulder just dips and doesn't engage that much. So I took like 2 to 3 weeks off of lifting, and then I worked with Mel and Bobby to re-engage my shoulder. But I'm still trying to get back there before my competition. So recovery and making sure everything's up to par with my shoulder.
Right. Well, cool. And so you come home in the summers, right? You're not staying up in the Carolinas.
Yeah, I come home in the summers.
And you train with Mel and Bobby? Are you
yes.
Are you a part of Spoon Barbell or whatever it is? Barbell? Spoon?
Yeah. I used to be part of Blue Wave, but then I think I talked with the coach, and I think we just decided to go our separate ways. And
Okay.
now, also, spoon barbell is way closer than Blue Wave is.
Where's Spoon? Is it in?
It's
It's in
in
Dallas, right? Like
yeah,
downtown area.
Dallas.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's by like the airport, right?
yeah,
Um, we had a couple meets there, right? It was like the Big D or Big Dallas meets or whatever.
yeah.
Okay.
Big Dallas. Yeah, competitions. Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, I do too. I had a really, anyways, I had a good meet there one time. I remember that. I think it's on my Instagram somewhere years ago.
I'll
Back
find
in
it
my
after you.
heyday. You can go find it. Me lifting like 70 kilos.
Yeah,
Good
skinny
times.
boy.
Skinny. Oh yeah. I should put on the shoes and go lift again. We'll see.
You're going to Orange Theory right now.
Hey, whoa, hey! No reason to tell people this. Hey, it's good, all right.
As long as you're in shape.
Well, I wouldn't say that I'm in like peak physical condition, but I'm getting my heart rate up a few times a week, so there you go. But hey, over the summer maybe we can lift. I know you mentioned something over winter break, but it wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Well, cool. So I mean, is it 5 days a week every week, or do you have some weeks where it's less days?
No, pretty much the same. 5 days a week.
That's crazy. Are injuries common, or like any other sport? I mean, football always has injuries, basketball, all the major sports do.
Yeah. So with weightlifting, it's not as common like a major injury. I mean, you would have to not take care of your body at all if you want to have a major injury in sport. But minor injuries are way more common in weightlifting.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I remember just tweaking stuff. And it's not like I was really that injured, but it would just hurt anytime I would do it. Like anytime you'd pull, you're like, I tweaked something in my shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah. It's mostly tweaks, all that.
Okay. Cool. All right. It's been about 25 minutes. I think this is a good time to take a break. We're back. Blaine had to go get some water.
Yeah.
I have my Red Bull. We're good. Well, yeah. So we were kind of talking just a little bit over the break. I asked him a question. So I'll do a little personal anecdote here. My first my first youth nationals was Dearborn, Michigan, right outside of Detroit in 2012. I was in 5th grade, and I qualified, I believe, for the 35 kilogram weight class. And at the time, I'm pretty sure I snatched more than I cleaned.
That's true.
It was like 21 kilos that I was snatching up in there. Anyways, it was just form-based stuff at the time. And I mean, it was a cool experience. And I remember we would get these shirts at every nationals. They had the stuff that you could print whatever you wanted on them, basically.
Yeah.
And I would always get like the lime green stuff. I had this lime green, like yellow t-shirt. I'll see if I can find it anywhere, like a photo of me in it. I don't have it anymore. And it's got like the logo on the front and then all of the names of the athletes on the back. And they had all the teams that were there. So Lone Star Weightlifting was there, because that's what we were a part of back then. I'm going to bring that back. It's going to happen when I want to start training kids. It's going to be Lone Star Weightlifting Part 2. But we were part of Lone Star Weightlifting. And like there were probably 75 names on the back of athletes who were competing at youth nationals. Fast forward to Daytona, which was 2014 or 15. I think it might have been 15.
Yeah, 2014.
Was it 2014? Okay, that's 2 years later. You look at the back of the shirt, and it's like 400 names of people who've qualified. And so, like we were talking about, the United States as a whole, like whenever we compete internationally at the higher levels, so like the Olympics and stuff like that, we're behind a lot of these countries when it comes to athletes in comparison to what the U.S. has done at other sports. So, like, I mean, we have someone who is typically really good at a sport, especially in the Summer Olympics. The USA usually finishes top 3 in medals. But when it comes to Olympic weightlifting, it seems like we're a little bit lagging behind the curve. And I don't know if it was 2016, but I think we had one male athlete in Olympic lifting.
Oh yeah, it was Kendrick Ferris.
Was it Kendrick? Yeah,
Yeah.
Kendrick Ferris. And I mean, how many weight classes are there right now? Is there 8?
So there's 10
10?
for men and women, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, 10 weight classes, 10 athletes per those weight classes, I believe, in the Olympics. I think that's what it is, or 8. I don't know how many athletes it is.
I know.
But,
So I think there's Olympic categories, and then
Yeah.
there's just like regular weight classes.
okay. But yeah, I mean, China ran away with 7 medals. I don't think none of our athletes medal, and I think we had 3 men in the Olympics last summer, or 2. Or was it just
No,
one?
it was 4.
Was it 4? Okay.
Yeah, 4 men, 4 women.
But one of the things is, I mean, weightlifting nationally was really fun, but internationally, we struggled to catch up with a lot of those other countries. And China went away with 7 gold medals of like the 10 weight classes or whatever that they had. So I mean, where do you see the future of weightlifting? I mean, it is growing. Like it was growing throughout the 2010s. Is it getting bigger now?
Yeah, I would have to agree with you on that. Weightlifting is growing, but we're slowly growing. But we need to start growing at the collegiate level, because I've known so many athletes that have left the sport of weightlifting and done better things with football, basketball. They could have been like probably some of the best lifters. But the problem is weightlifting is not in the NCAA. So we don't have what the NCAA has. It's all this funding, finance, and that's what majority of our weightlifting programs in the country are struggling with right now.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I remember having that conversation when I was in early high school. Oh, it'd be cool to go do this in college. Oh, like 5 programs in the country have a team? Oh.
Yeah.
Everything else is club? Oh. And I didn't really ever consider college athletics too seriously. I really just didn't, because I knew I was 5'6" and wasn't gonna happen really. But when it comes to weightlifting, I just remember, and there are more schools now with teams, correct? Or I mean,
Yes.
is it okay?
Slowly but sure, we're getting there.
And unless you're like a CJ Cummings or something like that, and you are clearly like the best in the country, and you're just this. I mean, he cleaned 100 kilos at like age 12 or 13 or something like that. I mean, I couldn't do that today. I couldn't go out there and lift it. I couldn't clean 100 kilos like at this moment. Like if I went out and warmed up, I don't know what I could get. I would probably tear something before I got to 100. But he was like 13. He did double his body weight or something ridiculous like that. And he was clearly above the curve, and he made a choice to do weightlifting, and he had an older brother who chose to go play football, who was also a really good lifter as well.
Oh yeah.
So just kind of, I'm glad it's growing, and I want it to keep growing.
Oh yeah, me too.
And at the youth level and stuff, it's more, it's an individual sport, but it's a team sport as well. But it's something you can focus on to get stronger and just kind of be a fun thing.
Yeah.
Because that's what it kind of started out for me, and then I was making youth nationals. I made a juniors. I placed I did not place last in my junior nationals. There were 2 guys below me who bombed out. So they missed all 3 of their cleans. It was bad, but it's just a lot of those guys do choose other sports because like if they're really good athletes, then they have a chance to go play professionally or something like that.
Yeah.
Even collegiately, you can get a scholarship to go play football or baseball or basketball or any of these other sports.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how much scholarship money there is for Olympic weightlifting right now, just due to those programs.
Yeah, it's kind of limited, but at the same time, it depends on what school you're going to,
Right.
honestly.
But those programs, I mean, they don't bring in the money like football or basketball does, though. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like weightlifting right now. I mean, meets were always big; they were fun to go to, but I mean, the only way they made money was registration, stuff like that. I mean,
Yeah.
tickets depending on the meet. But yeah, like these guys have a chance to go make money. They have a chance to go get free college, but at the weightlifting level, they could end up just at a club team at a university.
Yeah, like with CJ, I think he could have gone to college and gone a full ride if he wanted to, but he decided not to because he could have made so much more money with his sponsorships and all that.
Yeah, and now there's NIL deals, so it didn't really matter. He could have gone to college anyways. But But cool. Do you have any NIL deals? Do you have any sponsors right now?
No, but not really.
Not really. What does that mean?
It's
Someone-
hard to get a sponsorship in weightlifting. You got to be
I'm
like
sure.
the best of the best.
That's crazy.
I mean,
You
if
can't
I
get
can
like caffeine and kilos can't send you a free T-shirt
I wish, man.
or
But
trying to think,
honestly,
hook grip.
that would be so nice. But I wish if I can be on like $100 stipend a month, that would take care of so many things for me.
Like what? Like food for a day? Like
No, like you know, like that little it's like this device that you wear on your wrist. It's called like a Whoop.
yeah.
It tracks like your recovery, but it's like $30 a month to like use the program.
I think Caden wears one of those. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
if I
swims.
can, I wish I could have one of those and have a stipend on top, so I can just use that to track my recovery even more.
Instead of paying the $30 a month, they just send you one for free, or
Or like
reach out. Hey, I'm a lifter.
yeah,
Gain a social media following. There you go.
yeah.
That sounds like.
But I actually did get stipend money for going to Junior Pan Ams. It was like $400 under the Texas Weightlifting Association.
Really?
Yeah.
For like travel and stuff, or
Nah, it could have been used for travel, but I decided to save it.
there you go. Buy new shoes with it. How old are your current weightlifting shoes? Is it time to retire them?
Oh, I got the Nike Romaleos 4 recently. So
They have
like,
fours now. I have twos over in the corner of my room that still work perfectly.
are they the pink ones?
No, they're the ones Coach Wade gave me, and I never give back.
Oh, oh my god!
Hold on,
No way.
they're under the corner of my bed.
Dude, everyone's been looking for those. You got like one of the rarest Romaleo because it's like in the Chinese colors. And China
That's
was
crazy.
popular. Yeah.
I do use them if I go like lift weights, but
Yeah, but you could sell those for like $250 to $400.
it's like how much they were. They were like 200 something bucks brand new, weren't they?
Yeah, like back then, but now they're scarce. So I mean, I would keep them for something.
I'm gonna go lift today in these. I'm gonna go do some pulls, just some go get my shoulders back into shape, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So there they are. I have some white ones at home too.
Oh yeah, those are also. Is it the one with like the red Nike swoosh?
No, it's a black swoosh.
Okay, I must be thinking of a different shoe.
Yeah, they're the white.
Yeah, but yeah, there are Nike Romaleos 4. I actually got a pair.
Let's see them.
Yeah. So this is what they look like now.
Dang, are they lighter than the twos? Are so heavy. How light are they now?
Oh, these are way lighter than the twos.
So do you like that, or do you like being able to walk around the lifting room with these like metal things clanking?
Oh my god,
that's what it sounds like. I know it. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but the Romaleos 4 are way lighter than the twos.
A lot of people didn't like the threes, right? Like that was.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like the threes. I think it was because the shoe fell apart so easily.
Yeah, they had the Adidas's newer shoe, like because Adidas was always in the late 2010s. They were so about how light the shoes were.
Yeah.
In every sport, and I had a pair of Adidas's, and they kind of fell apart really quickly.
Yeah. Let's see. I had a pair of one weightlifting shoe. It's called a Velosa. I don't know how to say the name, but
okay.
It actually made my form worse, so Mel made me switch out of them immediately. I had them for like about a year.
Tough.
It's probably the worst weightlifting shoe I've ever owned.
That's tough.
Hope Velosa does not hear this podcast.
I hope they do hear it, and I hope they hear their shoes suck. I'll never wear them. If they reach out to me for a sponsorship, I'll just be like, no.
Oh my
Blaine
God.
said no. Blaine
Yeah,
said your shoes are bad.
if you get big one day and they
Oh
see
yeah.
this, I'm so screwed.
What did so how's Grayson?
Um, he's doing good, but he doesn't take lifting seriously as I do. He's kind of just doing his own thing.
Is he just kind of a casual, like he enjoy? Like I've seen some videos and
Yeah,
he's strong. Like he's really strong. But
yeah, he enjoys it. But recently, he's dealing with a bunch of injuries from football because he's
yeah,
trying to do football and lifting, and we both done it, and we know how it sucks.
that's a really bad combination.
Yeah, yeah. I
Um,
would not recommend it. Don't do
it
it.
was fun. It was okay. But as I got into late high school, I wanted to finish football, and then I was like, oh, I'll get back into weightlifting, and I never got back in. But
Yeah. So Grayson got injured in football. He was coming back from that, and then he got injured again at state, and he didn't do so well. So,
okay, is he
um,
is he gonna go do anything club or? I mean, he's still got a year of high school left, right?
yeah, but I just don't. I mean, I competed at junior nationals when I was 14. Grayson still hasn't done anything yet, so
Okay.
I really don't know. I think he might just do weightlifting for fun.
Yeah, I mean that's like if I were to ever like start doing it quote unquote seriously again, it would just be for fun. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't know how many meets there are in Lubbock, Texas. There's about 1 million CrossFit gyms here, but I did Olympic teams.
Really?
I haven't really. Yeah, there's a ton.
Wow.
I haven't really seen any sort of Olympic meets anywhere. So, but cool, awesome. Have the totals for like juniors and stuff have those raised quite a bit since? I mean, you were 14. You said you made juniors. I mean, have those been raised since then? I mean, because the
Oh,
weight
like
class has changed. Yeah, the qualifying totals. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Well, because
It's been a
like I said,
while.
that first nationals was like 72 people, and then 2 years later, like 500. And they're like, okay, if we keep going at this rate, we're gonna have 1,000 kids here in 2 years. And so they had to raise the qualifying totals or whatever.
And now there's like 1,800 athletes at the Arnold. Oh, there's an O session at the Arnold.
Like A, B, C, D.
Yeah, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. We're gonna go through the entire alphabet before 2030.
What is the registration fee for this?
Oh, it's
I mean, even if it's like
$175. Guess what the late registration fee is?
probably like $500.
Like $375.
100. Dang.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm doing math in my head. Doesn't the Arnold's, don't they have other events going on there too, right? Like they have
like strongman, powerlifting.
They have like freaking karate or something. I don't know. They have like mixed martial arts type stuff.
I don't know. I've never been there before, but I'm gonna see how it goes.
I remember watching it like a couple of years ago, but that's crazy that it's that big now.
Yeah.
I'll tell whenever I interview CJ here in a little bit. I'll tell him to look out for you at the Arnold's.
Actually, he's competing at I just found out he's competing at like a own separate venue for like the top 20 athletes in the on the international Pan Am ranking list.
Are you gonna be in the A session? And you're
Are
A
you? Session. Yeah.
Dang. I'd probably be A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O. I'd probably be in the P session. I'd be the first one in the P.
Well, like, thankfully there isn't an O session for 81s. I think it's like K or I don't know.
That's still so many.
Yeah, I gotta look at the list.
But yeah, so how many meets do you have a year? Like what's been like? How many meets do you have this year?
Oh, last year was probably the most meets I've ever had in my weightlifting career.
Really?
Yeah. So back in October of 20. So I'll just go from October 2020 to October 2021. So October 20, I had a local meet where I had to qualify for American Open Finals.
Okay.
Hit the qualifying total. And then I did American Open Finals online because of COVID. Then I had University Nationals And then I did like a local meet back at Texas just for fun. Didn't really go out all out or everything. Then I did Nationals week. And then I did American Open 2 to try to qualify for the Junior Pan American Games. Then I had Junior Pan Ams. And then October, I lost count.
It's okay. I did too. I got distracted.
Yeah. And so AO2, Junior Pan Ams, and then I had a local meet where I had to qualify for university nationals. They made it like you have to like do a certain meet just to qualify.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So in total, I did like 7 to 8 meets last year, and
That's crazy.
I felt like I was gonna lose my mind.
Man, that's insane. That's a lot of meets.
Yeah, I was not expecting that at all.
That's kind of insane. Well, all right. Any big aspirations for this year? Are we gonna? What's your total at right now, competition wise?
292. I'm
So
wanting to hit a 300 kilo total.
300. Let's go.
Yeah, I would.
That's.
I'm gonna freak out if that happens.
That's elite. That's a W. Well, all right. It's good having you on. It's been about 40 something, 50 minutes. So I think it's pretty good. Let me know. Meets wise, send me your links. I'll watch. Unless you're in like a different time zone. It's just too early. I won't watch. But
I mean, it's gonna be a different time zone either way in Ohio. Yeah. It's gonna be like an hour ahead.
That's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine. An hour behind. No ahead. I don't know. Whatever. Let me know. Send me the links. We'll keep in contact. Thanks for coming on today, Blaine.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening today. It was a really good conversation. Really enjoyed it. Check out the website, morethansports.com. MOORE, thansports.com. Follow us on social. It's More Than Sports. Basically every social media except for Twitter. It's More Than Sport because someone apparently has that Twitter handle from way back when. They won't answer my messages. So, yeah. Thanks for listening today.